my thing is, the reason why I say that is because the build that has been done for this story is what we should have been getting for WrestleMania for some of these other stories.
The builds, he wanted to go off.
The builds for some of these WrestleMania matches.
Talk about it.
All right, let's talk.
Talk about it. Yeah, let me remove some
Take that off. Take that off.
Let's talk about it.
Let me get
Chad Gable should have won that gauntlet match.
Oh boy, here you go.
No, I love it. No, talk about it. Talk about it.
The story. Even when he lost, I felt it. I was invested. I love Sami Zayn to death, but his time was last year.
Thank you.
He has not done enough.
You hear this, peeps?
He has not done enough for me to be invested in him going against Gunther. Even though Chad,
and I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. Whereas though Chad, number one, Chad and Sammy gave us a banger.
Yes.
Okay. That's the first thing.
I stayed up.
Right. When Chad lost, I legit felt some kind of way.
I did. I was mad.
And it made me not, you know what? I know what I would do. It made me look at Sammy a certain kind of way.
Yeah, I don't like that Sammy shit. I don't like that at all.
No, nobody likes the Sammy.
And they played it up throughout the whole fucking match.
I don't like
they
that.
played it up, and I was just like, why are they mentioning like just certain things?
I don't like this.
What are we doing here? And I was just like, this man is about to win, and I legitimately thought Chad Gable was going to win.
You know what's funny?
I knew it in my soul. I said he was going to win.
You know what I just realized? Last year,
yes,
and this is what kills me. Last year, everybody was so hyped for Sammy to be in the WrestleManias with Roman Reigns, to the point where, was it Elimination Chamber where they had that match?
Yeah.
And because it was in Canada. Oh my God, Sami Zayn, blah, 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 to the point where they had to beat the Usos to win them tag titles to do nothing. I'm sorry, Peeps. Me and Peeps had a whole conversation about this in the DM the other day. But
for nothing.
I wonder, is this one of them situations just like Charlotte and Rhea having to happen last year because it wasn't able to happen in front of people? Do you think because Sami Zayn wasn't able to do whatever they feel like, or because, do you think they're doing this just to make Sami Zayn feel good?
For what?
I don't know. I don't know why this is a match. I don't want this.
For what? Like,
I don't want this.
He's done nothing monumentous for me for this to be warranted. He's done nothing for me to even think that because what? Huh? See, I don't know what his story is.
And this is my problem.
Talk about it, because I'm gonna go crazy.
Because
you and Mimi acting the same. Go ahead. My bad, Dad.
This shit is.
Go ahead, Dad.
Just like that hook match last night.
My thing is, this is my problem, and this is why I'm starting to get annoyed with the Gunther reign, even though I love him.
Yeah,
because they have not done a satisfactory job of building credible
somebody else. That's right.
Who I believe can really beat him. So the reason why I was so invested in Chad Gable was, even if I think that Chad Gable is going to lose, at least I'm like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, from a story perspective, it gives me more satisfaction. And also too, if Chad was to lose at WrestleMania, which if they had went that way, he probably was, I'll leave, because Chad is going to give a banger and Gunther is capable of giving a banger. That would have been a fight to the finish, and with Chad losing, I would have been more invested. That's how you take a loss. That's how a person is built, through losing. Chad would be built through losing.
Facts. That's a Triple H shit.
So now I'm like, Chad better get something.
I'm leaving here with something.
Why couldn't it have been the WrestleMania match?
When I see Chad in the ring now, Alpha Academy isn't a comic relief act, and now I'm thinking, you know what they're missing with Chad Gable? This is something that they did very well with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was a comic relief act, but he was a serious threat and contender.
That's right.
And that is the piece that they are not doing with Chad Gable that they should be doing.
They were.
They were, and they need to come back to it because now we're invested. We believe
and who
it.
wants that, Peeps? Nobody wants that either.
Peeps say, wait, for people that's only listening, Peeps, I'm sorry, Deanne. Peeps is saying that, how do you not know that Gunther and Sammy's going to get turned into Gunther versus Sammy versus Shorty G? It may happen.
But no, I
don't think it is.
It may happen.
I think Sammy's going to get booted somehow.
But no, I want it.
Out the match entirely?
Yeah. He's going to end up getting hurt or some shit like that.
That's weak.
I was once I saw the news about Brock Lesnar back on something, I figured he was going to be fighting Gunther.
Here you go. Brock's back like that?
That's what I was looking forward to.
Brock's back like that?
I don't even like Brock Lesnar. I don't know.
He really heating up that shit.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's all good.
Don't be sorry.
I was just glad to hear the microwave.
Y'all in the living room with me. You doing this?
But wait, hold up. So we've been talking a lot.
Extra shrimp? Was that
We've been talking a lot about this, but you know what pissed me off?
What pissed you off?
This.
Oh, I saw you was mad.
What is this?
All right, so Mav.
And you called it.
Mav. So they don't know what they're doing with their tag team division, right? So instead of doing anything in terms of like making an actual tag team title match, they're going to have 6 tag teams have a ladder match.
Oh, it's an AEW match.
Give me a seizure.
They're going to be doing qualifiers for the other 5 teams. It's only 5 other teams.
It's an AEW match.
Who's the other teams? New Day?
What is that, an 8-pack?
New Day, Imperium.
A pick pack.
Creed Brothers.
This is
Profits. LWO or somebody. I'm sorry. Pretty Ugly. I don't know. One of them teams.
But you know what, Kyle? This is one of those matches where, and it's such a juxtaposition to what we were just talking about.
I like that word.
That's a good word.
I'm educated, Baltimore City Public Schools. But you know, the juxtaposition is that with Chad
go both ways because that nigga under you.
Right.
God damn, Mimi. She said that nigga under you, he failed all his classes. He got D's and F's.
I think with Chad and Gunther, it was more story. I think with this match, you don't need a big story because the level of talent that I think will be in this match, it's a ladder match for these belts.
That's fine.
This is where you showcase wrestling. I think this is the wrestling showcase.
Facts.
So it doesn't necessarily need the story. Now, I will take what you're saying, Cal, and say this. With this tag team showcase, because this is a tag team showcase at WrestleMania, let's be clear.
Facts.
This is the way to get your tag teams on the card.
Shit is ass.
Okay? But the thing with this is now you have to give these teams something to chase. And you need to separate these belts or create a new belt.
That's what this is for.
This is too much. These belts being together is too much.
I think that's what this is for.
Yeah, we need to
but here's where my thought process is. Here's what I'm thinking. There's the Usos and there's the New Day, right? And they have held that standard for a very long time.
Yes.
And I think they've gone back and forth to prove which one was the better tag team. And we've lost that. We veered away from that. And we need to get back to that. And I think this is I don't like to use that word lazy, but I think it's borderline lazy.
Thank you.
Okay. Do a tournament. Okay. And then have them fight to the guild. We know how these matches are going to go. They're going to go great. They're going to kill each other because they want to prove that they are number one. Don't put no makeshift tag teams together because we saw what happened at WrestleMania last year and what happened to those belts. Those belts have been trashed since that. And we wanted it, and I was one of them people that wanted it because I
wanted this.
Yeah, she
I did because I kind of felt like, okay, it's time. We need to move on. We kind of need to move on. But I was hoping because the masses love these two that they were going to do something with these belts, and they did absolutely fucking nothing. And then they tucked them away with Judgment Day.
Facts.
And I feel like Judgment Day, Finn Balor in anything, I feel like when he's in the ring, like he's amazing and he's great. But at the end of the day, like, how long have they had these? It was stupid. It's stupid.
They took them from Cody and Jey, right?
Yeah.
So that was a while.
No. Remember, they had it before that.
Right, and they took it for them, and then
that was this is their second reign.
Their second reign.
Wow. Yeah, I agree. This was my thing last year. I didn't want the Usos holding those titles. They were champions for a while, and it felt like, and maybe this is just me being a fan of tag team wrestling, it felt like there could have been promise for a WWE tag team division.
It was there.
They had Pretty Ugly. Matter of fact, I was at the Crypto.com arena when it was the beginning of that SmackDown. They had the whole Yami situation. The Usos was at the top. Yeah. And the Street Profits was right there. They looked at them belts like, nigga, I want the fucking belts. And I sat there like, oh, we about to get a whole tag team division. And then the whole world say, I need Kevin Owens and I Sami Zayn to win these titles. And when I was in the SoFi, who else was in the SoFi? DDM, you was in the SoFi?
No, we all was stuck on the 405. We was
Let me ask.
405
hold on one sec. On
the freeway.
DDM, WrestleMania 39 Saturday night. When the Usos lost that match, that whole SoFi went up. Am I lying?
It did.
The whole arena, everybody wanted that.
Yeah.
No, it did.
That was. But once again, and this is something that people forget, it comes down to the story and the writing.
Yeah.
We have to realize that these characters, these wrestlers have to be written correctly.
Right.
And I don't want to shade anybody in the writer's room.
Big shade.
But it comes down to the writing. Anybody, some people, no matter what you write for them, they're not connecting with the audience, and you can accept that.
Right.
But with some of these people, some of these tag teams, the writing for these characters have not been the best. And
yeah, but I gotta give it, I have to sort of kind of challenge that a little bit. I think it does go on the talent as well. It's up to them, regardless of what they are given. Absolutely no shade. Regardless of what they are given, it's their responsibility as well to make those belts or make whatever it is that they're getting. We've seen it with so many talent that have gotten some shit and said, you know what, I'm switching this up.
That's the piece.
But you know what I mean? And you know what? You're right, Mimi. But now we looking, and I'm going into my acting and theater bag. Everybody ain't Meryl Streep.
That's right. That's right. You're right.
Meryl Streep can make phone book work.
Right.
Viola Davis can make reading instructions work.
Right.
Everybody. If I know that you're a 2B level actor, and I'm giving you infomercial level material, how much of a chance am I really giving?
That's right. That's right. Thanks. And I honestly thought KO. I legitimately thought KO and Sami. I wanted to believe it. I wanted to believe it. I wanted to believe it. I did. I wanted to believe it. I know. I'm a mom, but I'm a mom, so I feel like just like I thought.
You ain't their mother. Is funny.
Just like I in the beginning, I wasn't a fan. I was a complete fan of Dom in the beginning when he was with his father. I was like, oh my God, he's putting E for effort. And then I was like, oh.
And then he was like, oh, shit.
No.
And then I was like, oh. So I'm just saying.
Mimi, the fucking if y'all remember correctly, the tag team title scene was laid the fuck out flat.
It was.
They had it flat, and it was to the point where beating the Usos meant something.
That's right.
And you let these two fuck ass, excuse me, I like KO and I like Sami Zayn, not together and not together, champions.
Right?
Not as champions. I like, but they like these two the fucking fans, these fuck ass fans.
Damn.
They convinced the universe, all shade, that this was the way to go, and they forced their hand.
Right.
And now look at the tag team scene. It's in shambles.
Is that what's going on with Cody Rhodes right now? Are they forcing the hand with Cody Rhodes?
Oh my God.
They did a whole bunch of
you tell us, Cal. You show us,
Cal.
You let
show
us, Cal.
We don't know.
Show us.
We don't know. Yeah, let us know. Show us something.
Are they are they forcing the hand? I think the thing is that this is what they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is we're going down that route, that the pick me route, right?
But they don't want to force it because they don't want people to feel like again. No. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I have to listen to what the people saying to try and make it make sense. 9 years ago at that Royal Rumble, when Roman and The Rock was getting booed in Philly, they don't want that to happen again. So they don't want a situation where they're telling you we're forcing this match down your mouth and there's nothing you can do with. That's why Cody is slapping The Rock. That's why Seth Rollins is able to be like diarrhea Dwayne. Like they don't want it to. They know what they want. They want, and the problem is, I'm not saying they didn't want Roman and Cody, but they really wanted Roman and Rock. They wanted Roman and Rock last year.
They wanted Roman.
So what I'm saying is they're appeasing y'all. They're saying this. Y'all crying? Bet. Not only is y'all going to get this one-on-one match on Sunday, but these niggas going to wrestle Saturday night.
That's right.
But the thing, that doesn't mean that they're right.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're right.
No. I'm with you.
They're what they're doing right now is saying one for y'all, two for us.
Yep.
This is what they did. They basically put a support system around this motherfucker.
God damn it, Vin.
They put a support. They put all of their best players around him. Okay, around him. Basically, crutched him because I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not saying I don't want my tribal chief to drop the belt. What I am saying, and I'm going to say it again for the 1,000th time, I want my tribal chief to drop the belt to somebody that is credible, that they're going to make, that is worthy. And I'm not saying that Cody is not worthy.
He slapped The Rock.
What I am saying is it just cannot, it doesn't make sense, and it has to make sense. Okay.
Cody don't make sense.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't feel natural. This man is on a campaign trail every single fucking week, and it sounds like the same thing every single week.
What's it sound like, Mimi?
Mercedes Monet.
But also,
I'm sorry. Wait, DDM. I'm sorry. Nigga said.
My wife.
I'm sorry.
Crackle.
Because this shit.
Wait.
It's a lot.
I had accepted the fact that
that's right.
I'm sorry, DD, and we'll get you in a second. I'm sorry.
I always got my back.
I accepted the fact that Cody was like, okay, it's either Cody or Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Cody or Punk.
For what?
Going up against Roman.
To win the Rumble.
Right.
It's either Cody or Punk. That's what I accepted.
Wait, you saying to win the Rumble to go against Roman, right?
To win the Rumble, and then we would see what was going to happen.
Okay.
I was like, all right. I actually thought both were going to win. Punk got hurt, and we ended up where we were. I was okay with.
Thank you, peeps.
With
Thank you,
Cody.
peeps. I'm sorry.
I was okay
but I'm crazy when I say it.
I've been saying it.
We've been saying this for how long?
I'm not saying you crazy. I'm just glad to see Peeps say it because me and Peeps was beefing. I'm sorry.
I was okay with Cody winning the Rumble and then going to face Roman and winning the Rumble.
Right.
When they introduced this other shit, that's when you fucked it up. You should have never.
No, you're right, Peeps. You're right.
Keep them. You should have kept. You should have kept the Rock away if you wasn't gonna give us what we wanted. What we actually wanted was to see the Rock.
This is what you want. This is what you want. This is what you want.
That's what we. It's not fair though. Like the thing is, who else is going to defeat Roman?
Talk about it.
What we got?
It's Cody.
Listen, we've got a Bobby Lashley that owes him a lick back from way back when. Okay, we have a Seth Rollins that definitely owes him a lick back.
He already beat him.
Okay, Seth Rollins. No, he really didn't beat Seth Rollins.
Out. That's a loss.
That's a loss.
No, he choked him out. When?
Back in the day.
He choked him out.
No, he did not.
Roman did choke him out.
Didn't that match end in a DQ?
Because he choked him out.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and listen to that. Who else? Dare I say it? Drew McIntyre.
No way. No way.
Those people are credible people to win against the tribal chief. Gunther?
I think that it's not. Cody is not credible. I think that. I
don't like to say that, so I take that back.
Here she goes.
He's not credible. He's not credible. It's not believable to me. That's what I was saying. He's not believable. It's not believable.
He was beating his ass.
If we get over this, they've done a lot of storytelling with him. At the end of the day, this story has drug out as far as the bloodline story for so long that it has tied up that belt. And the thing is, Cody doesn't have to have a long reign. That's the thing.
He's not. He's transitional.
He's gonna win the. He's gonna win the belt and hold it for a month or two,
and lose it right back to Raw.
I think that it's one of those things where if I had Paul Heyman in my corner and a wrestling dynasty in my corner, I would be unstoppable too. We forget that they made Roman Reigns work. Roman wasn't always in his position. He wasn't always your tribal chief. Well,
the tribal chief was Roman's, right? Not them.
I mean, that's great, but still, if he was that great, he would have sold it by himself.
Look at that
face! I'm just saying.
DDM said, "That's great." Mimi said,
"Yeah, I mean that's nice." But Paul Heyman was still a part of that.
That's right. And nobody's saying, I'm not saying that Paul, I'm not discrediting Paul either.
Ain't say no shade either.
He did. He meant
all that.
What I am saying is they made it work together regardless, but that's all him. That character is all him. Regardless if the stories is not all him, that character is all him. And that's who he is.
It's all Cody.
That's nice that's him.
The thing is, like Roman had time to extend out and make that character grow on the masses.
That's right.
Make them follow. Cody has to have that same amount of time if you're going to be fair about it.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not enough time. It's only been 2 years. It's been 2 years.
To hold the belt, Mimi. He don't have
that's the thing. You guys keep saying no, but you're not saying. Yeah,
that's funny.
I'm not saying that I want him to hold the belt. That's not what I'm saying.
Thank you.
I'm saying that it just doesn't make sense that he just got here 2 years ago. He went for it last year before a year. Okay, came in at 30 after being broke up and won at 30 and then turned up and then turned up and won again. Won again 2 years in a row to go back and do the same thing again. Like, it feels, that's not natural. But it doesn't feel organic. Is my point.
Mimi, is he going to win?
Wait, no.
I think they're going to give that title to Cody.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel natural.
So what happens if he loses?
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter.
I
don't care that Roman Reigns loses the title.
No, I'm
just
talking
need
about
y'all.
what happens if Cody loses.
He needs to lose.
He does need to lose.
He needs
how
to
do
lose.
you feel about Cody if he loses again?
I'm fine with it.
I want to see.
He's a loser.
That's right. He's telling it for me, and I need him.
Loser.
I need him to turn me, and he almost did with that reign with him and Jey Uso, because I felt like he came on that damn scrum drunk or high, whatever the hell it was. They was drunk. I loved it because it felt like he was relaxed.
Allegedly.
He was being himself. He was being jovial.
Nice.
He was nice. And then he came back out with that damn suit and that damn fucking bleach job. And he was just.
I like him in the suit.
Broke up maybe.
I would like him in the suit too. I would like him in the suit too if he was more relaxed.
We're talking about a clash of wrestling character ideology here.
Okay.
And the thing is, because 2 weeks ago, where we was bringing this up about The Rock,
talk about it.
People were saying, "Oh, well, that's just The Rock. He's
talk about it.
He can do old promo style. He can do." And I was one of those people that said it. But now we're saying Cody, he didn't feel natural
for me.
You know,
this is
that's my thought. That's
but wait, what's more natural for Cody than
my wife?
That's all he was doing.
Yeah, you like his wife.
He pointing at the screen. He's crying. He's slapping niggas. Like what?
The promos are the same every single week. It's the same connotation. It's the same thing. There's nothing different about any of it.
But wait, that was my question. Because I mean, back when he was in AEW,
my wife.
There was a situation because this came up Friday. We were talking about this the other day in the BRP group chat. We got to fix, and I've been drinking a little wine. At some point, we got to figure out a group chat with DDM in it, because at some point,
I'm not included.
But that's a non-recording conversation. So
you must have T-Mobile internet.
What had happened at AEW?
JCPenney.
JCPenney internet is crazy.
He's throwing it straight at you now.
Top of the line, buddy. In AEW early, it was maybe like a year in AEW.
What Corey saying? Shut up, Corey.
Cody Rhodes said, "Hey, if I lose this match, I'm not fighting for that title ever again."
He's not saying that now.
And then he lost the match. What I'm saying is on Friday, that's what they did. Diarrhea Dwayne said, "Hey,
he's gonna win it."
He said, "Hey, if you win the tag match, you got it. You good to go. If you lose that shit, it's bloodline rules and that's it.
We on your ass and
that's it. So it's I say this to say though, if Dusty Rhodes' son loses that match,
he's going to lose
on Sunday. I will not be surprised. He already showed me he was in AEW like 2 years, not fighting for that world title at all
because he didn't want to get strapped down. That's why.
That's funny.
That's a fact.
That's true.
He's going to win a title at some point. I don't know if it's the Roman title.
So Rock, shout out to Rock.
Rock. Shout out to my Rocky.
Rock was 1,000,000,000% right.
Talk about
the last time we had this call last year,
and that's okay.
Last year,
saying this shit last year. So Rock says that this nigga is going to hold the title for forever.
This is funny, Royal. That's facts.
So with that said, and then with what Kyle was saying, when they specifically said you can't wrestle for this title anymore, I don't think he's winning.
I don't think he's winning.
I don't think he's gonna win.
I'm not saying bet on me, but I don't think he's winning.
And then
what she say? Wait. What she say?
What happened?
I love Mimi, but
Peep said I love me, but I still feel like this animosity towards Cody is only because he faced Roman. If it was Seth, I doubt this energy would have even been close to the same with a laugh.
No, I just said it. I've been saying it. No, it wouldn't be the same. Why? Because there's a story there.
There's a story
there.
There's a story.
Mimi
there's
is
a story
Cody
there, even with Randy Orton. There's a story there with everybody but Cody.
My wife.
She got here. She's hated Cody.
here's the thing. If any of those other people win, it's like, oh, Randy won a belt.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
such won a belt.
True.
Oh, they won a belt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody have a good night. Go home.
See ya. See you tomorrow.
But the thing is, with Mother Rhodes, is he's a good promo. He's good in ring, and once again, the thing is, somebody need to take this belt off Roman because I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. Okay,
I'm good.
And the thing is, the story can continue without him having a belt. The reason why I'm tired is because at this point, Roman and the Bloodline don't need a belt to be important.
That's right. That's right.
So now you're tying up this belt where you have all of this top of the card talent who has nothing to fight for, and the other title is looked at as a constellation prize. So we need to get rid of. They don't need a belt. The Bloodline story will sell itself. Okay?
True.
But this belt has now become a damn chain, a ball and chain for the rest of the card.
Wow.
And we have to move on from this. They done split the belt. They joined the belt together, created a new belt that the fans refuse to acknowledge as an equal to Roman's belt. They refuse. You can't say the company didn't try, but the fans refuse to acknowledge Seth's belt as an equal belt. Facts. So now we're still looking at this one belt, and that's why Drew McIntyre is still losing. Bobby Lashley is not where he's supposed to be at. 100%. Randy Orton is not getting the reception that he should be getting right now because the belt, they have nothing to chase. It is the same thing with the tag team division. They need things to chase. The era of long reigns needs to come to a close.
I do want my spear.
Because at this point,
say no shade.
You don't have anybody.
Say no shade. I'm sorry.
You don't have nobody to really do it. And now you have new talent coming in. What is Braun Breaker chasing exactly? What is this new talent coming to the roster for? To fight each other and, hey, I won. But I can't get the belt. Logan Paul is tying up the United States Championship. He's going to keep that belt for a little bit because of the sponsorship and the odds he brings to the product. So now that leaves you with one other belt, Gunther's. Oh, my bad. He's had it for going on 2 years. There's nothing for the rest of the roster to chase, and it's becoming boring on the mid and upper card.
You're right.
Belts off of people.
You're right. You're right. But here's the thing.
She said, shut up,
you're taking to someone else.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But I think also the problem is, here's what I've been kind of thinking about this, right? Because of course I'm legitimately biased when it comes to Roman Reigns. However, I do point out his shortcomings.
His sneakers.
And the way he dressed. And the way he dressed.
Okay.
And his, I've been a loyal fan since Sucker and Succotash to now. Okay, I've been a loyal fan from then to now.
I respect.
So
it.
what I'm saying is, this goes back to the conversation that we had about being bigger than something, or being in a room and sticking out like a sore thumb. When you think about how that Universal title initially came down, they had somebody big have it, which was Brock, but for some reason the belt it felt like it meant something, but it was almost like it was tainted. It was tainted from when they introduced it, when Seth got hurt, or was it the other one got hurt? What's that boy's name? We was just talking from Judgment Day. When he got hurt, Finn Balor got hurt.
And Bailey.
He technically was the first one to hold it. And that belt just felt, it just didn't feel like anything. So now Roman had it, and he really elevated the belt. And so it almost felt like, for almost a long time, coupled with the storyline and him feeling like him with the belt is up here, it felt like it was unattainable by everybody. However, in the Thunderdome, I felt like every match that he had with somebody, that match felt like he was about to lose it. It felt like he was about to lose it. Okay? So now we're here, right? We've got this 3-year going on 4-year storyline. He still has the belt. And for me, I feel like it's time for him to drop it. But because it's been this long and it's been so good, you can't just drop it to just anybody. And right now, it feels like nobody, if you put them next to Roman Reigns, like right now, I feel like it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. And I feel like whoever takes that belt, that person's going to be a transitional champion, because they're not going to have the same run as Roman.
Oh, absolutely not.
But it just, I just feel like maybe if it's not too close, if it's not close or the cigar, it has to be, it just has to, it's not going to be apples to apples, but it's got to be like McIntosh to Granny Smith, something. It has to be something. And right now, I just feel like Cody is not that guy. He's just not.
So who takes the belt? If Cody doesn't win, and this is a far take, I know it's not going to be like definitely people want.
Here we go, big shade.
If Cody doesn't win the belt, I think everybody at the top of the card on the main roster should not get the belt at this point, because they've all had a go and it's stale now. Whoever takes that belt, if Cody don't get it, it needs to be somebody new. It needs to be somebody fresh. It needs to be a new face.
Who he never faced.
Carmelo Hayes
or Braun Breaker.
All right,
Braun Breaker.
Hell, Mike.
You just looking for somebody to fail?
See, wait, no, wait. When I say Carmelo Hayes, I mean Carmelo Hayes takes the title.
Yes, and loses right after.
No. It don't matter.
No, I understand what you're saying.
4 years ago, Roman Reigns was on the podcast saying, look, what I'm doing right now is getting to the top. I've said this so many times. He getting to the top of that mountain. And the idea is I'm going to sit at this motherfucker, and the next person to knock me off, that's the next motherfucker.
I'm out.
So it's got to be somebody that's one of those ones. I don't care if they hold that title for 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years.
And that's what I'm saying.
The name has got to be a name.
We get caught up in these the reign got to be this, it got to be that. I'm sorry, but I'm ready for something a little bit shocking, something a little bit provocative.
Omos?
To these reigns. Hell no.
I believe I believe it's going to be somebody that's like, I always said it's going to be out of the blue. Like
Obafemi?
I love him, but no.
I mean, he looks like he could.
He look like talking about the Universal title we're talking about right now.
We talking about Roman Reigns, whatever Roman Reigns is holding right now. Who
would make sense?
Mimi, the question is, who's the out of the box pick to become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion?
Are we putting this on wax?
Trick Williams.
This on wax.
I would like to see it.
We are recording right now, so yes, this is on wax.
That don't mean it's
we are unless you say something that is offensive or crazy, we're not editing this out. So this is on wax.
Braun Burgundy.
Braun Breaker. That's he's believable. He's big enough and believable.
Trick Williams or Carmelo Hayes. This WrestleMania.
I still say it's gonna be Jey Uso.
I like Jey Uso.
That is the 360.
I'm not mad at that.
That's a great answer.
I've always wanted it. I'm
not mad at that.
Mm-hmm. It would literally be 4 years, right?
Yep.
Because he was the first one.
He was the first victim.
The first victim. Matt was so upset. I was so pissed off. Shouts out to Brian H. Waters. We had a conversation about Roman Reigns at that first pandemic year, that December 2020, and WWE. Somebody got so pissed because we was flowing in that conversation, and when I was talking about that time where was it Kevin Owens? I think it was Kevin Owens.
I don't remember.
Roman was beef with Kevin Owens. They had a tag match on SmackDown, right? They beat them in that match. And Roman said, hey, nigga, get up on that top rope and you going to jump on this motherfucker and keep doing that shit. And he did that shit and Roman said, what? Now I'm going to fuck you up.
It was abuse.
I'm going to fuck you up.
It felt like a whooping.
Mimi, guess what? Guess what?
You don't know my life.
He was so upset. It was so real. But this is what I'm saying. This is why this makes sense at a certain point.
That whole run, as somebody who was a fan of the both of these two, when I found out that they were going to go have it was supposed to be a temporary story against each other.
Yes,
I did not want it.
You like them too much.
I very much care about relationships.
Right.
Like I value relationships. There are things that I work at. If I have discourse. With even if I'm coming into a new job and my boss is a bitch, I make it my own. Like I make it a goal to turn the whole relationship around. And so when I saw that these two who are best friends in real life, cousins, like all of this, were going against it, I was like, what?
Man, cuz.
Your facts.
I just think
facts.
Like, and this is
I like that, Corey.
This is speaking to a bigger issue.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it from a business perspective, and also let me not say a business perspective, but I'm looking at it from a pure creative and talent perspective. The roster is very robust.
Yes.
With people who you have a lot of potential stars, you have a lot of current stars, you have future Hall of Famers, and you have all of these. This is where I'm getting annoyed because we're with all of this roster, we're not getting storylines that are commensurate with the talent that exists in this current iteration of WWE.
Facts.
This WrestleMania should feel like a fight for the ages. And instead, and I'm going because it's WrestleMania, instead we're getting Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. We're getting this ladder match. We're getting Gunther versus Sami Zayn. We're getting, Bianca Belair doesn't even have a match.
Where is that match?
They have 3 weeks to develop whatever storyline they're going to do for her. That's it. It's only 4 SmackDowns left. Tomorrow, the week after that, and then the SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Something better happen tomorrow.
So they would have to kick her story off tomorrow. Tomorrow is the deadline.
Tomorrow's the one.
You can't push it no further. This card for it to be WrestleMania 40 is disappointing.
Damn.
And it is because they have not, the writing team has not written strong. It's like they don't know how to write for anything other than a title.
I think they're confused. I'll be honest. I feel like when I watched Raw and when I watched SmackDown, especially SmackDown, it feels super confusing. I don't know what I'm supposed to be focusing on.
Right now, to your point, Mimi, right now, Saturday night has one match. Bloodline, which is Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth Rollins. Night 2 currently has the 2 title matches. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight title and Roman versus Cody for the undisputed WWE Universal title. Right now, on the books, Io versus Bayley for the women's title, the WWE women's title, Rhea versus Becky for the women's world title, Gunther versus Sami for the Intercontinental title, and then that 6-pack ladder match for the tag team titles. The US title, there's the women's tag. There's a couple titles. Jey Uso and Jimmy aren't even on this list yet.
And I see somebody in the chat, I think it's Mills TV, said the upper card has stories, the lower card doesn't. Well, here's the thing. If you're going to elevate this product, if WWE is making the most money it's made in history, the blockbuster attendance, why can't we have, what match was that Macho Man stole the show? Or Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
Oh, WrestleMania 3? Macho Man versus Ricky?
We need those stories in those moments too. Our undercard is the top card is great, but when you have this level of attendance, this level of financing, and you have all of this at your disposal, I should be watching this and leaving exhausted.
Right.
What else
I feel like I'm going to leave exhausted.
I guess my shouts to peeps for real. I guess my question is, what's left? Obviously, on this list right now, Jimmy versus Jey is not added. But what are the storylines that are gonna be added to this?
Wait, how many matches is on that motherfucker?
This is 7 matches right now over 2 days.
That's 7 matches right there.
At least 7 a night.
So you got is the tag team turmoil? Oh, okay, I see that shit there.
Jimmy and Jey needs to be added.
Bianca, the Blacks versus the
Bianca and Naomi versus it may be Bianca and Naomi versus Kabuki Warriors. I think that's what the match is going to be.
The Blacks versus the Kabuki Warriors.
Tiffany Stratton's definitely got a match that night, right?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Well,
no,
yet.
I'm saying it's going to be Tiffy time at WrestleMania. This is what I'm saying. Like I feel like,
but I don't know. But why should it? There's no story. So why does it have to be?
The story. Yeah, LA Knight, AJ Styles.
Trust me,
AJ Styles.
I'm not in my logic brain right now. I'm in my biggest people that the people that they're highlighting right now. Tiffy's one of them people.
Tiffy and Bianca.
They can highlight her, but I don't think.
You don't think Tiffany Stratton's having a match at Mania 40?
I don't. It's not that I don't think that she's going to have one. If she doesn't have one, that's okay.
I'd be shocked.
Really?
Yes.
And Rock, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
You're saying I'm conflating a great match with a great story. No, I believe that you can have two. We can have both of them happening. Okay, a great wrestling match. If I want to do that, I'll watch AEW and New Japan. I don't watch WWE just for the match. I watch WWE for storyline, investment, spectacle, and wrestling. Mm-hmm. All of those pieces. That's why they're the number one company in the world. Supposedly, you have to be able to deliver at a certain level. And this is in Philadelphia. I don't know where a lot of y'all are from, but I'm from Baltimore City, right down the street from Philadelphia.
Talk about it.
This is a slobber knocker, slugfest, knock-out city. If y'all never been to Philly, you're going to find out when you come to Mania, them crowds don't play.
Facts.
Well, if they're not coming the way that they need to come, these crowds going to let you know.
Wait a second. I just realized something.
What?
When the Eagles got knocked out, wasn't they turning cars upside down?
No, they went ham. Yeah, Philly went ham for that shit.
What
if
Cody loses?
They went ham when they won. They definitely went ham when they lost. Yeah,
he's losing.
What if Cody loses?
But wait, it's gonna go crazy. But I shouts to Twan, shouts to the 609. He mentioned the Orton versus Logan Paul. That's definitely a match that's happening.
Orty. Yeah, shout out to Orty and
that's definitely a match. I'm trying to
Logan Paul.
What are the something tell me over the next couple weeks? Well, that 6-pack gonna have so many people in it. It's probably gonna be some Andre the Giant and Moolah Battle Royals or whatever. Math. We've been doing this 7 years.
7. Long.
We've been doing the podcast 7 years. Your cousin sent me gold gloves a while before that. So we've been talking wrestling for a minute.
About 10 years.
For about 10 years on mothers, on some real shit. Yeah. What I'm saying is every WrestleMania, the thing has been, if you on that roster, we're going to try. It seemed like they're gonna try to find a way for you.
You're gonna get on this card.
Regardless, that card gonna be something. It's gonna be tight, and then it's gonna be like, bet we're gonna have a 6-pack challenge. We're gonna have a battle royal for this. We're gonna have a battle royal on the kickoff. Like everybody's gonna be on this show. Everybody may not have a spot
at this point. The amount of money that we've been paying for these tickets, they better come with. I need that list to be filled. Fuck up.
I need Bobby Lashley to do something. Talk to him, DDM. Talk to him.
I need them to look at this
installments.
Okay.
I have to pay Klarna,
bitch.
And I gotta get there. The Uber's gonna be dumb.
Klarna. The Uber's gonna be stupid. Uber, Lyft, all that shit. The weed prices, the cheesesteak.
I gotta bring edibles from home. Like you understand what it's like, the sacrifice.
This should be a problem.
I gotta pay $60 to go buy shit from the superstore.
And if you want to see, and if $60, $60. Oh,
and then if I want to meet Charlotte Flair,
you gotta pay $200.
Another 200 girls.
Hey D, when this parlay hit, it's up. Don't even worry about it. When my parlay hit,
I don't know what parlay he's talking about.
No, he talking about goddamn stand and deliver parlay. He talking about the day before the day of WrestleMania Saturday.
Braun get this quadruple double, nigga. It's up.
DDM, he said you're gonna sweat till about April 4th or 5th.
That's cool.
And then it's up.
I'm just saying, my thing is this. And that's great.
That's a good point,
that we had that. But I'm just saying, for the level of the price point of those tickets, my ticket for night one, I dropped $1,300 for that ticket. I dropped it and some.
Don't worry, this
it was given AFC Championship prices.
Right. I mean, it's the 40th WrestleMania. It's a big deal.
Let's be real here. So I'm sorry. If the uppercut has stories, doesn't work for me.
Right.
Yeah, I went to the Royal Rumble.
No,
Men's Rumble was trash. You tease Bianca and Jade. I can accept that it's too early for Jade. I'll take
That's
that.
right. That's right.
I'll take that from you. But you got a woman that's on a TV show on Hulu, that's doing all of your press, that's at the press conference, that's on the signage for said event, and the bitch don't have a match yet? And we 3 weeks out?
That's a great question.
Hey, DDL, we can start a fight.
PM on this.
We can start a fight.
Well, I will say,